I usually spend my birthdays in Uganda, but not in 2021. This year I didn't even get a birthday message from anyone back home. Anyone. It wasn't a case of out of sight, out of mind. I wish it was that. The government cut off the internet for about 5 days before bringing it back. I'm going to tell you something about Uganda, which you might already know. The older she gets, the more her insecurities show. She was born into trauma and tears. She saw a lot of violence during her formative years. Then she met a man called Museveni. He told her everything she needed to hear. He told her she deserved freedom from fear. Told her he was prepared to stand for her freedom. And Uganda believed him. With good reason. He fought and he won. Yet despite all that he's done, 35 years later, Uganda's still poor and dysfunctional. Meanwhile, everyone around Museveni look awfully comfortable. Comfort is a funny thing. It's not just a money thing. It's different for everyone. For me and my friends, comfort was the thought of leaving the end. In Uganda, comfort varies. Gunfire for 60 months is scary. Scarier than what just went on in November. But most Ugandans are too young to remember.
The government conducted a genocide, killing everybody who did not flee the country fast enough to Sudan and Congo.
Yet they're too old to be told they're too young. That day is done. This is a new one. Museveni came with the promise of democracy. Did he produce one? Not according to Bobby Wine. When he became a politician, democracy was not what he'd find. Bobby headed up the opposition. Some say the government didn't want the competition. For 3 years now, the singer's been beaten and imprisoned, like a lot of other politicians. This year I didn't get a birthday message from my fam or my fans on the Ugandan side, because the government shut down the internet during an election, and the country's hands were tied.
But the Ugandan government is obviously very anxious about this election. Why cut the internet and all local mobile...
When I was 19, I fell for Uganda because I was sick of this inner city gangster vibe. But on January 14th, 2021, Uganda's gangster side was amplified.
Bobby Wine can really win this election?
Subscribe and listen to Have You Heard George's podcast on BBC Sounds now.